You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature. Item provided by ORB Factory for review. Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop. Super excited to check out a brand new product called Morph. And thanks to you for stopping by and watching this video today. I really appreciate it. Now, I do want to say thanks to the ORB Factory for sending this to me to check out so I can learn all about it and show you what it does. Super light, ages 3+. On the left side here it says morph it, shape it, and bounce it, but it also says float it and print it here in these other little subset panels. Now, as you can see, maybe you didn't see it, it is a lenticular package, so you can see a big blob and you can form it into a cute kitty cat with all those colors. Now, I only have the atomic tangerine, but let's turn the box around and see here. Let's see. Morph gets fluffier the more you play with it. All right, interesting. So you can morph it, here again, shape it, float it, print it, shape-shifting fluff. Now it looks like I don't get any molds or other tools in this, so I'll have to bring some in. It says it never dries out, and it's available in 6 colors. So let's do this. Let me get it out of the package, because I want to get some down on my tabletop, and then I want to get some water and some other tools and cutting and stuff to shape so we can learn about it. But at least we can get it out of the box and get a first look at this brand new product. Now, they also sent me this cool little booklet about Morph, okay? And we'll just read a little bit. Ooh, I was getting you to think we'd go in the box, but I am not. All right, introducing Morph. Morph is the all-in-one compound that literally does everything. You're one of the first consumers to feel and experience this Morph amazing compound, and we want to know what you think. You can float it, you can mold it, you can morph it, you can color, press, print it, and you could bounce it, all right? And then, let's see. Morph will be in stores January 17th and can be found at Michael's or your local neighborhood toy store. We'll see a full rollout of the product and accompanying TV advertising in April. Non-toxic, all right? Get in touch, all right? I covered that up for a reason. And I think the colors look pretty cool. So you've got this green, this purple, the pink, this atomic tangerine, which I have here, and then the blue. So those are all the colors. All right, here we go. Our first look at it. And in the box, that's all there is. So there's no instructions. That's what I wasn't too sure about. Print it. So that I will have to try and figure out. But let's see. Okay, so I get to fluff it up and play with it. Let me cut this open here. I will need to come back because I didn't get all the things I needed, but at least we can put some out and take a look at it. And I can feel it. Okay. So it is fluffy and soft, and it looks like it'll break apart. It's in pieces now, so it's not starting off as a big solid chunk. I think it's important too that I give this a quick sniff for anybody out there interested in the scent. If by chance you're scent intolerant or you have an issue with that, I'm going to sniff it. Okay, to me it smells a little like Elmer's glue or a glue product like that, but it's not strong or overpowering. So if you can handle Elmer's glue, you can definitely handle this. Okay, let's see now. If I play with this more, it says it will get fluffier. Let me pick up the crumbs. All right, let me do this. I will warm this up a little. It looks like it's taking a shape already. Because I want to cut it and see what that's like. And I want to pick up all of the debris on the table, too. Ooh, and it sticks to paper. Look at that. Look how nice it sticks to the paper. Let me zoom this out just a little. I put it right on the paper, and that's probably what they mean by the print it. Something with that. Alright, so I will scrape that off. I will collect all this. I will come back with a bowl of water, a cutting board, some shaping tools, and get the rest of this out. I missed some. And I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Now I had to do a couple things. One, I searched my video archive to see if this reminded me of something, and it does. It kind of reminds me of a product called Super Dough, except that one hardened over time. This one doesn't. Sort of has that same feel to it. Definitely not like Play-Doh, because look at that. Play-Doh does not do that. Now this is one that I've been playing with for a while, see? This one here has been sitting. Now watch. So that's what they're saying. As you play with it and heat it up, it does change. Now I notice the more I play with it, the more that smell comes through. It's not off-putting, but it's there. Okay, that's all with that. Now let's do a couple things. Let's pretend like we're playing with it like we would any other dough or putty that I've played with. Let me just cut it. This is a regular knife that you'd find in a, fast food restaurant. Now this is one you would find in like a Play-Doh set just to see how it cuts. Okay, so it does give. Let's see. Okay, harder to cut when it hasn't been, played with for a little while. Then let's get some scissors. I got 2 pairs just to see. Okay, that is a Play-Doh scissors. And now regular, like, safety scissors. Okay, that cuts a lot better. So it definitely likes that type of blade. And then let's form in shape. Now I want to see if it extrudes. Isn't that a helpful idea if you're going to take this out? I have some miscellaneous pieces from different sets. Let's just see if it has that capability, because that's what we're learning, isn't it? So it will extrude. That looks pretty cool though. Let's see if we can get it out of here. Okay, that's kind of nice. Let's take one that hasn't been played with much, just so you see. So you're going to need some hand strength to play with it. You're going to have to play with it to get it even softer. Okay, so we'll extrude. I like the fact that look at that. It came out one piece. Let's see if it does it again. Aha, no, this one now isn't. So I would definitely recommend playing with it more. It seems to be softer and extruded better. Let me make a couple shapes. Now it says it'll bounce, so let me put that over there, because it's a lot to hold in your hand to try to work into a nice pliable amount. So you probably have to do some, play with this, make your shape, and then handle some more. But I guess that's like other compounds we've tried too. You gotta soften it up a little. And I'm not feeling any stickiness, but I'm feeling a little dryness on my hands. So that is definitely there. I feel it. A faint smell on my hands. Alright, let's make a shape. Let's pretend like we're going to roll it out like we would other ones that we've tried. Rolls out really nice. Let's see how thin we can get it to after this. Let's take a standard cutter. This is a horse. I should have rolled it just a little bit thinner. Let's see how well it holds the shape. Pretty good, actually. Let me get this a little flatter. I wish I had more colors to show you so we can see all the colors, but I think for now, this tentative initial video is more just giving you the concept or the idea, how it works. Well, I have to put it in the water too. Okay, let's see if that cut good. That definitely cut better. Okay, so there is the shape. That's not bad. Let me put some in the water here while I got this out, just so we can float it behind here as I'm playing. Here, I'll take some. I'll leave these shapes so you can see. I'll do some press-in shapes too. I got some forms I can do, but let's just make a boat. How about that? Like a canoe. A weird looking canoe. Let's just see. Here's my canoe. All right, let me just let that stay for a little bit. Okay, and while that's doing that, let me take some of the softer stuff and bounce it right here. We'll kind of see how it bounces on my tabletop. Now, to my ceiling is about 4 or 5 feet. So I'll bounce it here, and we'll see how high it goes. Here we go. Okay, almost hit my ceiling. That hit my ceiling. Ooh. So that's pretty good. Not a lot of doughs do that. Actually, I don't think of another one that does. Alright, so now let's take a shape. And just see how it holds it. Like if I'm going to press in a shape, I think I know which set this goes to. I was at a garage sale this past summer and they had a huge bucket of stuff and they said, would you just take the whole thing? If you buy a few items? I said, yeah, sure. Okay, so on the initial pull, it did not come out too easy. Okay, you can get it to come out, so it will hold that shape. Look at that. Here, let's float him in there. There, let's check him out. Let's check this out. Do you think it's going to retain the water? Okay, it's still on there. You see it? Let's see what happens if I squish it and mush it in water. Now the printing, I'm not too sure about that. It was on the box. Let me show you one more time. It looks like it's a sheet. I don't know if it's a special paper. See that there? It looks like it's on this white dough. Did they say that was a color white? Let me just grab maybe a printed sheet of paper and see how that affects it. Or I'll print something in color on maybe on a photo paper. I'm not sure. It's so brand new, I don't even know. Okay, it seems to be fine in water. Maybe you could just dry it off. Let me try that. It seems, here, watch. Now you see it's all wet on the top surface. Let's just let that sit. Looks like it almost dried itself off. Alright, well that's sitting. I'll just leave that like that. And look, yeah, it looks like it starts to dry itself off. Very interesting. Let me make a flat one. I will do this. I'm going to have to stop the camera anyway, as I'm going to get some printing paper. Now that's totally wet. So when I come back now, we'll see if that's dry. Okay, I am back, and you will see it is now dry on the top. It was about 5 minutes and wet on the bottom. Can you see the difference? Which is interesting. Oh, sorry, Hippo. Let me just leave you down there. Now, I printed two things. I printed on regular paper and photo paper to see. I'm guessing now, because of what it did to the cover on my booklet, that photo paper is not the way to go. Well, let's just see if we can... I printed something with Butch on here, just to see if it picks anything up. Well, I will have to contact them after the video and say, what did you mean? Alright, there is nothing there. I don't see anything that would indicate color change or picking up anything. Let's try the text part where it's got a little more ink. So maybe there's a technique or something special. I don't see it. Here is the photo paper. Now remember my booklet that got that stuck to it, so may not like photo paper. Let's see. No, see, it really sticks to photo paper. Alright, so that test, I'm not sure. I will have to. What I'll do is I'll email them after the video, and I'll put it in the description area, what I figure out there. Alright, let's just double check now. Shape it. Yes, it's shaped really good. Morph it. Yes, you can pull it and morph it into something else. Float it. It definitely floats. And then print it. That I don't know about. Bounce it. Yes, it definitely bounces. Other things like cutting. Cuts really good with kid scissors. Better than with a, like a Play-Doh type scissor. Cutting cuts better with a regular style butter knife as opposed to one of these, although it did work. Oh, look now. It's ripping. But overall, I would say it does exactly what it says. I will confirm the missing details. Well, I'll tell you what, let me clean this all up, get this all out of here, come back, and then I'll just, mold it in my hands a little bit more and then wrap it up. Alright, I am cleaning, and notice that with my Windex, it is not easily coming off my tabletop. Now, this is kind of like a vinyl, so I sometimes have to use soft scrub. So let's just see. That usually takes everything out. It's got a little grittiness to it. Yes. Okay, so that's working. So if you're concerned about a white surface like this that's vinyl, yes, you should definitely protect it, but I think on any other surface it would be just fine. Like my cutting board had no issues. Okay, all gone. I did want to put it in some fabric though. I thought, that would be a test. What happens if you get it in fabric? So I'll use this rag, and I will put some in here. You know, kids, you just never know. So now I'm just trying to squish it in and make it stick. Okay, seems to pull out pretty good. Here on my arm. No issues there. All right. That was a weird test, but hey, had to be done. All right, and then I noticed too when I was playing with it like this, the big lump, kind of reminded me of like a pizza dough. The way you work with it, it starts to get smoother. Like pizza dough, when it's not ready, it'll rip apart. But this appears to do the same thing. The more you soften it. And like I said, there is a softness to your hands when you play with it. Alright, so morphing was to do this. So you can morph it, see? So you can stretch. Now you can't do that with every dough. That one actually just ripped. So we'll ignore that one. He stretched good. There, see? Alright, overall, let me grab the box, which was a little further away from me than I realized. The only thing I can't figure out then is print it. So I will email them and say, how do I print it? And then I will ask them for more colors. I'll tell them I want, ask them politely, not tell them, that I would like to get all the colors if possible. Because it'd be neat to see some blend together. But for now, I hope you learned something. I sure did. It is Morph. Super light. Morph it, shape it, bounce it, float it, print it. That's pretty cool. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I will put a link in the description with more information about this and to them in regards to where to find it or where to get more information. And I'll update you on the printing side. That is cool. And thanks for watching. Before I forget, I was rolling it out. I promised you I would see how thin I can get it. So I've cut some. Let me just get a smaller piece. And by the way, you can press into it too. I was looking at it. It seems to hold that pretty good. All right, let me just get a square out of here. As you can see, it's, you know, you can work with it. All right, there. That'll be easier for me to roll out. I started rolling the big sheet and said, let me see how thin I can get this. Yeah, sometimes I like to add little tidbits as I'm cleaning up and saying, oh, I forgot to do this, I forgot to do that, so that's why I'm doing it. It's getting pretty thin. And you can still pick it up. See that? It's like a piece of paper. See if I can get it even thinner. Look at that. Super thin. Let's go even thinner. I wish this rolling pin had the ends that, you know, turned. Might make it easier. Wow, let me cut some of that so you can see. Let me just take this, see if I can roll this flat. Now look at it. So that is almost paper thin. I'll cut this now. Okay, see that? All right, that's all I wanted to add. And I am all done. And again, thanks for watching. Later. If you're looking for the item you just saw in the video, click here. Watch more videos by clicking here. Don't forget to share on social media and give a thumbs up.
Hey, LPS Dave.
What's up, Butch?
Make sure they don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, please click here to subscribe to Lucky Penny Shop. And always remember, when you see a lucky penny,
Pick it up.